Okay, students, we are continuing after part 1 of statistics, that's of finding the arithmetic mean, and today we will do some more sums, okay, related with this. Now, if you see in this sum, they will find the mean of the following data, and here the marks are not in continuous class interval. You see, this is given is 10 to 14, and then the next one is 15 to 19, then 20 to 24, 25 to 29, 30 to 34. Now this type of class interval we say as discontinuous class interval, or we also say inclusive class interval. Now why inclusive class interval? Because in 10 to 15, 10 to 14, both 10 and 14 is included in this. Here also 15 and 19 is included. Okay, but try to understand when we say 10 to 15 and 15 to then 20, then when I say 10 to 15 and 15 to 20, the student who is getting 15 marks, I count in this one. And 10 to 15 means it is less than 15. So therefore this is called exclusive class interval, because here 10 is included, but this 15 is excluded. 15 we count here. Okay, but when we give 10 to 14 and then next one is 15 to 20, say 15 to 19, now this is called inclusive class interval. That means 10 is also included here and 14 is also included here. But generally when we do mean, we have to convert into exclusive class interval, not in inclusive. Why? Because try to understand, if somebody gets say 14.5 marks or 14.2 marks, then I cannot accommodate that student in this or in this. So it can happen that somebody is getting marks in fraction or in any quantity. The age can be say in fraction like 4 years 3 months. So in that case, it will be difficult for us to accommodate those person, and therefore we always convert the classes into continuous class interval or exclusive class interval. Okay. So this is the question here, 10 to 14 and this and all this, and the frequencies are given, number of students. So this is marks. What we have to do, we have to convert this marks into exclusive class interval. So what we do, we decrease 0.5 from the lower class and increase 0.5 in the upper class. So that means if I decrease 0.5 from 10, I got 9.5, and if I increase 0.5 from 10, I get 14.5. Same thing here also, if I from 15, if I decrease 0.5, it becomes 14.5, and if I increase 9.5, I get 19.5. So understand? So it become 9.5 to 14.5, 14.5 to 19.5, 19.5 to 24.5, and so on. So now it become continuous class interval. So if a student gets 14.3 marks, then he or she will be accommodated in this class. Even 14.4 marks will be accommodated in this class. But if a student gets 14.5 marks, the student will be accommodated here. Now every possible student can be accommodated in this. Okay, understand? So we have to convert this, and then number of students, and now then as usual, and as I told you that generally we will find all the mean in step deviation method unless mentioned. So therefore I am also doing here in step deviation method. First we will find class mark. Class mark means lower plus upper and divide by 2. So here you can see that 9.5 plus 14.5 becomes 24, and here 10 plus 14 also becomes 24. So same thing, if you add and divide by 2, or if you add this 2 and divide by 2, you get the same value. Okay, so that means 10 plus 14 divide by 2, you get 24, or 9.5 24 by 2, so you get 12 here. On this also you get 24, so like this we can get. So now 19 plus 15, so we get 34 by 2, we get 17 here. and like this we'll get 22, and then we'll get 27, and then we'll get 32. So that is the value of x. Okay, then we have to find the assumed mean, and assumed mean, as I have told you, we generally take the mid value, and if I get two mid value, then the value which have a higher frequency, we take that assumed mean. So here a equals to 22, and so d is equal to x minus a, so this is x, so 12 minus 22 we get minus 10, then 17 minus 22 we get minus 5, then 22 minus 22 we get 0, 27 minus 22 we get 5, and 32 minus 22 we get 10. Okay, and then we'll do t is equal to d by I, where I means the class width. Okay, and you can see the class width is 5 here. So from if you calculate 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, because both is included, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, you get 5. Or here also you can get 9.5 from to 14.4 you will calculate. So 9.5, you have 10.5, 11.5, 12.5, 13.5 and 14.5. So we get here. So here also we get the value as 5. Okay, the value of I is 5. Okay, and then we get d by I. Okay, so d by I means d is minus 10 and I is 5. So we get here minus 2, then minus 1, then 0, then you will get 1, and then you will get 2, and then we will get f into t, 4 into minus 2, you get minus 8, 6 into minus 1, you get minus 6, 12 into 0, you get 0, 5 into 1, you get 5, and 3 into 2, okay, you get 6. Okay, 3 into 1, you get 6. And then you have to find sigma of ft. So sigma of ft, here you have minus 8 minus 6, you have minus 14, and you have 5 plus 6, you have plus 11. So minus 11 plus 14, you have minus 3 here. So we have sigma ft as minus 3, and then we'll find the sigma f. So here you get sigma f is equal to, so 10, 22 and then 8, and we get sigma f as 30, and then we can get the mean. Mean is equal to a plus sigma ft by sigma f into I, and a is 22 plus, and sigma ft you have minus 3, and sigma f you have 30, and into I is 5, and then finally we can calculate this one, 10 and half. So we get 22 minus, you get 0.5, and then we will get it as 21.5 marks. 21.5 marks, okay, is the answer. Okay. Okay, now see in this sum how the values are given. This is marks and this is number of students. Now they excuse me, they are given in form of less than, marks less than. So in a class, the students who got marks less than 10 is 7, who got marks less than 20 is 19, less than 30 is 32, the students who got less than 40 is 42, and the student who got less than 50 is 50. Now in fact, these frequencies that we are seeing, these are known as cumulative frequency. That means added up frequency. Now when I say marks less than 10, now marks less than 10 means 0 to 10, and the number of students is 7. Okay. Now try to understand, when I say in a class that less than 10, how many students got? 7. And when I say how many students got less than 20, it is 19. Now try to understand, in this less than 20, this less than 10 is included. The number, so that means this 7 student is included here, because less than 20 means mark 0 to 10 is also included in less than 20. So that means I can say if less than 20 is 19 and out of that less than 10 is 7, so then I can say that between 10 to 20 the number of students will be 19 minus 7, so that will be 12. Understand? So 12 means this is 19 minus 7, so that the frequency becomes 12. Understand? So like this, when I say next is from 20 to 30. So when I say marks less than 30 is 32, and out of that marks less than 20 is 19. So therefore I can say 20 to 32, 20 to 30 will be 32 minus 19, is it not? So that will be 32 minus 19, so that will become as 13. So this is 32 minus 19. So like this we can get the frequencies of all, and we can convert into class interval like this. Okay, then 20, and then after 20 to 30 we get again 30 to 40. So again 30 to 40, so less than 40 is 42, less than 30 is 32, so it will be 42 minus 32, so that will be 10. So that is 42 minus 32, and then 40 to 50, and 42, so again 40 to 50, so will be 50 minus 42, so that will be 8, so that is 50 minus 42. So I can get the frequencies as 7, 12, 13, 10 and 8 for all this. Okay, got it? And now we will do in the normal method. If you remember, 0 to 10 divide by 2, so I get 5. 20 plus 10 divide by 2, I get 15. Then here I have 25. 40 to 30 as, then 35, and then we will get as 45. Again the assume mean here, this is A, so assume mean is A, and then again D is equal to x minus A. So x minus A, we have minus 20, then we have minus 10, we have 0, we have plus 10, we have plus 20, and here you can see I is equal to 10, again it is minus 20 by 10, we have minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1 and 2, and then f into t, we have minus 14, 12 into 1 minus 12, 13 into 0 we have 0, 10 into 1 we have 10, and 8 into 2 we have 16, and then we will find sigma ft. So sigma ft we are getting as minus 26 here, and we are getting, in fact we are getting plus 26. So minus 26 plus 26, coincidentally we are getting as 0, and then we will get sigma f. Sigma f we get 18, then 20, 30 and 40, 50. We have sigma f is equal to 50, and then again now mean is equal to a plus sigma ft by sigma f into I. So a was our 25 plus sigma ft is 0, and sigma f is again 50, and into I is 10. So finally I get my answer as answer is 25 marks. Understand? So 25 marks is the answer. Okay. Okay, now see in this sum there is a missing frequency, and we have to find that. They told if the mean of the following is given, so mean of the following is 7.5, we have to find the value of f. So these are the variables 5, 6, 7. So 5 is 20 times, 6 is 17 times, 7 is f times, 8 is 10 times, and so on. Now since this sum does not have any class interval, so we can directly do this one in direct method. And direct method, you know, we have to find sigma fx by sigma f. So just these are the 5, 6, 7, 8 it's given. The frequencies are 20, 17, f, 10, 8, 6, 7, 6 and so on. And then we have to find fx, so f into x, so 20 into 5 is 100, 17 into 6 is 102, 7 into f, 7f, 8 into 10, 80, 9 into 8, 72, 10 into 6, 60 and so on. Then we have to find sigma fx. So naturally this one will not get added up with all this, so we'll add all this. We are getting 563 and then plus 7f. Here also we'll add all the remaining numbers. We are getting 74 and then plus f. So sigma f is this, and we know in direct method mean equals to sigma fx by sigma f. So and we already know the mean is given, so in place of mean I am putting 7.5 and then sigma fx means 563 plus 7f, and sigma f is this, and then you can understand from normal cross multiplication we get the value of f. Okay. Okay, now see this sum. Here we have class intervals, and here also you have to find the missing frequency, and naturally the mean is given 86. So simple, this one we are doing in step deviation method. So this wages and this frequencies are given. Out of this is unknown. We'll first find naturally class interval. 50 plus 60 divided by 2 we get 55, 60 plus 70 divided by 2 65, and so on. We are getting all this class interval. And now our next step is to get the assumed mean. Now here you can see we are having these two mid values, so we can take assumed mean of whose frequency is higher. Now since we don't know this frequency, it is better you take this one as assumed mean. So we take 85, as assumed mean. Okay. Now d is equal to x minus a. So 55 minus 85, so you get 65 and 85, that's minus 30. 65 minus 85 minus 20, then you have minus 10, then you will have 0 here, then you have plus 10, and then you have plus 20, and you can see that I is 10 here, so I is 10. So here you have what? Minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1 and 2, and then again f into t. So 5 into minus 3 we have minus 15, 3 into minus 2 we have minus 6, 4 into minus 1 we have minus 4, then f into 0, in fact, okay, so f into 0 we have 0, 2 into 1 we have 2, and 13 into 2 we have 26. Okay, 13 into 2, and then we will find sigma ft. So sigma ft, so first one here what we got, we get minus 15, say minus 21 and minus 25, and you have 28. So 28 minus 25, we have sigma ft as 3, and here what we have sigma, we have to find sigma f 13, 15, 19, 22 plus 5. So we have sigma f as 27 plus f. So sigma f is 27 plus f. Sigma ft is 3. Now it's a coincidence, we have taken this one as assuming, so this part becomes 0. So you can understand, otherwise here also you may have got something f, and then we'll do, and then here we'll have something plus f and also, but here coincidentally this part is 0, so therefore we are not getting f here. But we may get f in other sums, so will do in that method. So now we can say it is mean is equal to a plus sigma ft by sigma f into I. Now mean we already know, it is 86. A, now assuming we have taken as 85, and plus, now sigma ft we are having 3, sigma f we are having 27 plus f, and into 10, and then from there we can get the value of f. Okay, so we get 86 minus 85, and then you have here 30 by 27 plus f. So we have 1 is equal to 30 plus 27 plus f, and then we have 27 plus f equals to 30, and finally we got f equals to 30 minus 27, and that is 3. So we got f equals to 3. Okay. Okay, now in this sum, we have to find two missing frequencies. Now if you remember in the previous sums, there were we have to find only one missing frequencies and they used to give us only the mean. So that means one condition was given. Now since in this case we have to find two frequencies, they will give you two conditions. Now you can see here the mean marks of 120 students is given below is 50. So that means what we know? We know first of all we know sigma f, that is the total frequency we know, and we know the mean. Okay, understand? So from using these two condition, we'll get two equation related with f1 and f2, and after solving that we'll get our value. So we have done in normal way, this two part is given in the question. So the classes are given and these frequencies out of this f1 and f2 is unknown. Then I got that x means mid value, class marks 0 plus 20 divided by 2, then 20 plus 40 divided by 2, this by 2, 170, and 80 plus 90. And then assume mean, we are getting this one as assume mean, so that's 50 is assume mean. So x minus a, so 10 minus 50 minus 40, 30 minus 50 minus 20, 50 minus 50 0, 70 minus 50 20, 90 minus 50 as 40. And then t is d by I means class width. So I here the value of I is 20, so class width is 20. So d by I means minus 40 by 20, we get minus 2, minus 20 by 20 minus 1. This is 0, 20 by 20 you get 1, 40 by 20 we get 2. And then we find f into t, so minus 17 into minus 2 minus 34, f1 into minus 1 we get minus f1, 32 into 0 we get 0, f2 into 1 we get f2, 19 into 2 we get 38. Okay. Now what you have to find, we have to find sigma ft. So sigma ft we'll do in this way. First this minus and minus, what I get? I get minus 34 minus f1, and this one what I get? I get 38 plus f2. So finally what I get? Minus 34 and plus 38 we get 4, and then minus f1 plus f2. Understand? 4 minus f1 plus f2, and here we'll get sigma f. So sigma f we have 32 plus 17 and plus 19, so we are getting 32, 42, 49, 59, 68. We are getting 68 plus f1 plus f2. Understand? 68 plus f1 plus f2, we are getting sigma f. Now using this value we will get two equation. Okay. Now see, the first equation we can get, we know. So first of all we know it is given sigma f is 120, right? Total frequency is given. So from here we get the first equation, because sigma f we know according to us is this, but given sigma f is 120, so we can say 68 plus f1 plus f2 is 120. So therefore I get f1 plus f2, okay, as 120 minus 68, and therefore we get we get how much? F1 plus f2 will be 52. So this is our first equation. Okay. Now second equation we will get from the mean, because mean is also given. So also mean is given. So mean is given 50, and therefore we can say, we know that mean is equal to a plus sigma ft by sigma f into I. So in place of mean I will put 50, and coincidentally the a is also 50, and plus sigma ft is this, that's 4 minus f1 plus f2, and sigma f, I'll put sigma f 120. Okay, I'll not put sigma f as this one, it will become complicated. So I can directly put sigma f as simply 120, and from here if I simplify I get second equation, and then if I solve those two equations I'll get the value of f1 and f2. So what I get? 50 minus 50 is equal to 4 minus f1 plus f2 by 120. So I get 0 here. So 0 and 120 into 0 becomes 0. So I get finally as this one, and finally what I get, f1 minus f2 is equal to 4, and this is our second equation. And if I solve, solving 1 and 2, I get f1 plus f2 is 52, and then f1 minus f2 is equal to 4. So if I simply add them, then f2 and f2 will get cancelled. So I get 2f1 as 56, I get f1 as 28, and then from we know f1 plus f2 is 52. So f1 is 28 plus f2 is 52. So finally I get f2 as 52 minus 28 and f2 as 24. Understand? So this is f1 is 28, f2 is 24, and that is the final answer. Okay, understand?